Happy Sunday Fun Day, everyone, and a pleasant good afternoon to you here from Greater Nevada Field in Reno, Nevada. Today, it's day baseball, game 4 of a 6-game series between the visiting Albuquerque Isotopes and the Reno Aces. It is sensational to have you with us today, and a special welcome to all the dads who are out there listening on this Father's Day. We are grateful that you've chosen Isotopes baseball as part of your special day. I'm Josh Suchon here at the ballpark. Mike Vitale is our studio engineer. This is Isotopes on Deck. Last night, it was a fun game, back and forth, 4 different lead changes. And as it turned out, all of the offense for the Isotopes was provided by 2 swings of the bat from Sam Hilliard. First pitch to Hilliard. Hit in the air, center field, well struck. Racing back is Heath, turns, watches, you can tell it goodbye! Sam Hilliard on the first pitch, a grand slam, and with 1 swing of the bat, Albuquerque back on top, 4-3. How about that? Call him Slam Hilliard. Green has the sign, comes set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit high and deep to right field. Sam got all of that one. You can tell it goodbye. Slammin' Sammy has done it again. A 2-run blast. And Albuquerque back on top. It is 6-5. That's how it sounded last night. Despite those blasts by Hilliard, Reno was able to rally and pull out a 7-6 victory. The Aces have won all 3 games in this series and 6 in a row. They have the best record in AAA West at 26-13. The bad news for Reno and the good news for Albuquerque is that 2 of the best hitters for the Aces just got called up to the major leagues by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Utility man Josh Van Meter hit 2 home runs yesterday, also 2 home runs Thursday, also 2 home runs on Monday. Yes, he's hit 6 long balls in 5 games. He's going to the majors. Also going is catcher Dalton Varsho. On Friday night, Varsho hit 2 home runs in the 8th inning alone. Hit 1 to start the inning, later hit a grand slam to cap the scoring later in that inning. And so again, Josh Van Meter and Dalton Varsho heading to the majors for the Diamondbacks. Reno still has a lineup full of dangerous bats, but those 2 guys usually bat first and third, so that is a huge difference. In today's pitching matchup, right-hander John Gray is on the mound for the Isotopes. That's part of a rehab assignment from the Rockies. Gray will likely pitch 4 innings, about 65 pitches. Reno sends Zach Lee to the mound. Lee is a former first-round pick by the Dodgers. He pitched for the Isotopes back in 2014. We'll step aside now for 90 seconds, and then, in the Father's Day theme, we'll come back and you'll hear from Isotopes pitcher Dereck Rodriguez on what it was like growing up as the son of Hall of Fame catcher Pudge Rodriguez. That interview is next. This is the Albuquerque Isotopes Multimedia Network. Today is Father's Day, and one of the many things that makes baseball so special is all the father-son combos who have played the sport and those who have reached the major leagues. We've had numerous father-sons with the Isotopes, and today we want to focus on the latest, and that involves pitcher Dereck Rodriguez. We had a chance to visit with Dereck on a Zoom call recently, and we'll pick up the interview when we asked him when was the last time that his father, Hall of Fame catcher Pudge Rodriguez, caught one of his bullpen sessions.
Never. He's
really?
Never caught a bullpen. Yep. He's never caught one of my bullpens. I never wanted, not that I never wanted him. It was more helpful for him to be behind me or beside me, talking to me, and then have, he could see the same thing from over here that he can over there. And plus he don't want to squat down anymore. He squatted down for way too many years.
When was the first time that you realized my dad's job is different than most kids' dad's job?
I mean, I knew early on that my dad's job was different, but I knew it was different all along. Like I knew it was, even growing up when I was going to school, kids were always like, oh, but I really didn't start appreciating like who he was and the things that he's done in the game. Honestly, almost till like I was maybe 14, 15 when I really started understanding the game and realizing okay. And then when I got into pro ball and I understood how hard pro ball was, I was like, got to tip my hat to him because it's crazy doing it for 21 years at that level. So it's tough. It's not easy.
We had Tony Gwynn Jr. here back in 2013, and I got to know him really well, and I talked with him a lot about his dad, and it seems like there's almost every day that somebody came up to him and just had something to say about his dad, and most of the time it was about what a great person his dad was, in addition to the stuff on the field. So for you, what's been just always knowing, it seems like the number of people that I meet in this game whose favorite player was your dad, or especially catchers that modeled themselves after your dad. So what's your just sense of appreciation for what the impact your dad on other people's lives?
I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, we got some guys in the Rockies in the big leagues that my dad was their favorite player. B-Rod told me he wears number 7 because of my dad, and one of his Frenchies, his name is Pudge because my dad was his favorite player. So that's pretty funny. But once he told me that, I mean, yeah, it was different. Yeah, there's a lot of guys. I mean, it's pretty cool. It really is. It's you grow up, you see everywhere you go. It's kind of it's kind of weird because I mean, literally everywhere I go, a lot of people kind of know who I am, and it's like. But it's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. It's just something, it's something to be proud of. Not everybody could say that their dad had an impact on, a lot of players like my dad did, because it's true. There's a lot of guys that became catchers because they liked the way my dad played, and their style of catching is, kind of because they like, it's cool. It's pretty cool.
That said, how much have you fought throughout your life to try and this is my own identity. I'm my own person.
Every day.
Including this interview.
Yeah, every day. But I mean, it's just something I've accepted, honestly. To be honest, this is the first interview I do in I don't know how long. So it's the first time somebody asked me about it in a while. But I mean, it's just something I talk to him about it all the time, and it's a blessing. Honestly, you can't really see it any other way as it's a blessing, because I mean, he did something so important that everybody's always asking me about it. So it's cool.
I've read that you're really into Batman, and you have the tattoo on your your arm. About what is it about Batman that you like so much? Honestly,
I think I like his discreetness, that nobody knows, only a few people know that is Bruce Wayne as Batman. This very powerful guy that he's portrayed as this playboy crazy guy, and then at night he does some other things. So it's pretty cool. I like that, and I like all his gadgets, and it's cool. I mean, I just like the whole storyline, the cartoons, the animated movies are awesome. I mean, I like them. I've liked them for a long time, and then finally when I was like, you know what, I've wanted to get tattoos about him, but I never really pulled the trigger. And then one off season, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Let's go.
Again, that was Isotopes pitcher Dereck Rodriguez, the son of the Hall of Famer Pudge Rodriguez, and we appreciate Dereck being so generous with his time. Time for our next break here on Isotopes on Deck. Then we'll come back and give you the Rockies organization report, plus starting lineups for today's contest. Game 4 of this 6-game series. The Topes on the road taking on the Reno Aces. This is the Albuquerque Isotopes Multimedia Network. The Father's Day edition of Isotopes on Deck continues here from Reno, Nevada. It's time for some Diamond Notes on the Rockies Injury Report. It's brought to you by New Mexico Orthopedics. Orthopedic sports medicine and spine care physicians work together in New Mexico's only medical practice that offers diagnosis, treatment, surgery, and rehabilitation all within one practice. Visit them online, nmortho.com. That's nmortho.com. A flurry of roster moves for the Rockies and Isotopes. Let's get to those right away. Left-handed starter Austin Gomber was placed on the 10-day injured list today with left forearm tightness. Gomber was removed after just 2 innings from his start yesterday. The Rockies will eventually need another starting pitcher, but for now they've purchased the contract of reliever Joe Harvey off the AAA Albuquerque roster. Harvey had been throwing the ball extremely well this year, although he did give up a grand slam 2 nights ago. To make room on the 40-man roster. Reliever Jordan Sheffield was transferred to the 60-day injured list. Right-hander John Gray starting today here in Reno for the Isotopes on a rehab assignment. Gray is hopeful it will only be one rehab start, and the injury to Austin Gomber might necessitate just one rehab appearance, but obviously depends on how things go today for Gray and how the elbow feels in the next couple of days. Chris Owings back in the lineup today for the Isotopes. He continues his rehab assignment. Owings had a scheduled day off yesterday. He's scheduled to go 9 innings today. This will be his 5th game. He is expected to play tomorrow and Tuesday. As for today's Rockies game, Brewers scored 4 runs early off Chichi Gonzalez. That game is in the 2nd inning. Brewers 4, Rockies nothing. Now to the starting lineups. They're brought to you by Power Ford. Connecting people to the things, places, and people they love is not only our passion, it's in our DNA. Whether you're looking to purchase or service a vehicle, we are committed to providing you with a better deal and a better experience. And you can check them out at powerfordnm.com. Powerfordnm.com. For the Albuquerque Isotopes, their record is 12-27. Manager Warren Schaefer has selected these 9. It'll be Rio Ruiz who continues to lead off. This will be his 10th consecutive game in the leadoff position. He's at third base. Chris Owings, again, he's continuing his rehab assignment. He's at shortstop batting second. Greg Bird is at first base hitting third. Ryan Valade cleans up and plays right field. Sam Hilliard, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs yesterday. He'll patrol center field, bat 5th once again. Taylor Motter, another start in left field. He'll hit 6th. Jose Briseño does the catching. Jose had a really good series at Salt Lake when this road trip began. This is his first start here in Reno. Alan Trejo slides down to the 8th spot in the lineup. He'll be at second base. And batting 9th is the starting pitcher, right-hander John Gray. For the Reno Aces, their record 26-13. That's the best in AAA West. Blake Lawley is their manager, and here's how they will line up. Nick Heath will lead it off. He's in center field. Andrew Young having a big series. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. He's 7 for 14 at the plate. Young hits second, plays second base. Seth Beer is the first baseman. He hits third. Cleaning up, Drew Ellis. He's at third base. Jamie Ritchie bats 5th for Reno. He's in left field. Ritchie leads the league in batting average and on-base percentage. Ben DeLuzio gets his first start of the series. He's in right field hitting 6th. The catcher, Brian Holiday, bats 7th. Shortstop, Junio Karakudo hits 8th. And batting 9th is Zach Lee, right-handed starting pitcher for the Aces. That'll wrap up Isotopes on deck. When we come back, we'll start game 4 of this 6-game series. It's Albuquerque at Reno. It's the Rockies affiliate taking on the Diamondbacks affiliate. And the pitching matchup, a couple of familiar faces, John Gray versus Zach Lee. And the first pitch is next. This is the Albuquerque Isotopes Multimedia Network.